Hey there, Divine Feminines. I hope that you're not doing too bad. This is Lorraine from the Sacred Alchemist 1111. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to adjust my camera. This is Lorraine from the Sacred Alchemist 1111. I'm going to be conducting your reading today. Guys, this is going to be a lengthy reading, okay? I've only just gone in, not even 30 seconds in. I'm not sure how long this is going to last for, this reading, but it is a lengthy reading, okay? So just be warned. I'm going to put the chapters in for each deck that I'm going to be using. It will be a chapter. So it'll just make it a little bit more easier for you to sort of like have a better, an easier viewing for your convenience. Please note that this is a general reading. It is for the collective. So if it resonates with you in certain parts, if not all of the parts, then that is still great. It's still a blessing. Give thanks, and just really just let go of the rest, because there is a lot to cover. I have about 7 pages of downloads that I've literally sort of like been writing frantically throughout the night, early hours of this morning. And yeah, it's just been, I'm just, when you're sort of like trying to sleep and you wake up at a certain time of the night and then you're getting all these downloads, it literally, it's tiring. All right. So without further ado, let's get stuck into the reading. Before I do, sorry guys, thank you all so much. I'd like to express my thanks and gratitude to those who have been subscribing to the channel, liking, sharing, donating, sending your messages, joining with the Facebook group, following me on Instagram as well. Thank you guys so much. And also I'd like to express a big thanks as well to those who have been filling in and participating in the polls that I've been putting on the community tab. So if there's any of you that, I'm going to leave them up for a little while longer before I sort of go and sort of discuss them on a particular day. But yeah, I'm really, really grateful for that, because it helps to pinpoint exactly what is going on with the collective and the amount of potential that you guys have, and it's all about trying to get you guys tapped into, your confidence and to empower yourself, all right? Because I know right now everything is up in the air, but I'm just trying to sort of like, help you guys to see the good, and there's still good there. There's still a lot of potential that you guys have. If you hear sort of slight banging and stuff like that, my cats are running up and down at the moment, and they do this every single night before they go to sleep. Now I've already been outside already to just give them a little warning that I'm going to be doing reading, and I can hear them running up and down. So hopefully that it won't come through the camera and through the sound. But if you do hear it, I do apologize. All right. It is them. Okay. Without further ado, I'm going to get stuck into this reading. So the downloads that I received, we're going by the 26th of October 2021. I received sort of like 4 digits. B for Bertie in capital B, 4, and then small d and in a small e. I had no idea whatever that meant, but it has something to do with some kind of IP address or something like that. It was more relating to data storage, okay? So if that means anything to you guys, or it may mean something else to you, some form of code or whatever that means, there is a message in there for you. I also was showing, I also saw in my mind's eye a butterfly shadow, which was black on the inside with a white outline. So to me, this was a representation of further shadow work and transformation during those phases as well. And I feel it was also representing the dark night of the soul, really tapping into your dark side, Divine Feminine, to try and help to heal old wounds, type loose ends, a lot of reflecting, and then obviously forgiving yourself, loving, blessing the energy, and then just moving on from it. All right. I also was shown like a symmetry of two of the same appearing together. So it was a symmetry of two of the same appearing together. So this to me felt that it was appropriate to follow the butterfly shadow, or the shadow of the butterfly, because to me this represents ascension towards union and balance within the energies of the self. And the polarities are being balanced at this time, okay? There is a message from Archer or Archie, and I couldn't make it out if it was Archer or Archie, and it said that Archie or Archer doesn't want you to play again. Archie doesn't want you to play again. Please do take this as it resonates. These downloads was just knocking me left, right, and center. All right. So, yeah. So Archie doesn't want you to play again. I don't know if this is a relative of yours called Archie, or if this was a grandfather energy, because Archie is quite an old-fashioned name. Or it could be a spirit that one of you guys are getting in contact with, if you're using a spirit board, etc., or seance. But that was the message that was quite sort of direct, okay? Archie doesn't want you to play again. Now, I want to sort of tap into sort of like just turn the downloads slightly. I was having a dream before I woke up, and I was just writing everything down. And I saw this woman. She was, she was in human form, but I could tell that this woman was not of this world. Like, she was somebody that was kind of like this kind of like, I'd say like a spirit guide, but came down in the form of a human. She looked like she was from either India or somewhere in the Middle East, but she was dressed very like in clothes that I would say you're talking about ancient times, okay? So it was like a toga, you know, like a Greek kind of dress, you know, the kind of the Greek dresses that we would sort of like wear if we're going out to an evening or like a date or whatever, or, you know, some kind of nice swanky function, and you know, the goddess dresses. She had something like that, but it was in white, and I think she had like a gold belt. But this woman was very, it's like when she looked at me, she actually looked straight through my soul. And then she took my left palm and she started to read my palm. And she said to me, she saw a powerful pastime. She said that she had seen other images, which was like these archaic kind of figures on my left palm, okay? And she said to me all of a sudden that she saw death. And she said, oh, I see death on your left palm. And it seems to have been like running around and chasing. But to me, it seems the way how she was reading my palm, it was as if she was reading my palm from different lifetimes before. So this was like a deep palm reading that I was thinking. And she was holding my hand out, and I'm, you know, and I could see what she was talking about as well. And I saw the death on my left palm. And the death was, the way how I could describe him, it was like the Grim Reaper. So he was obviously had like the black shawl, and he had like the sickle sort of thing. And I remember seeing him chasing like these other figures, these ancient kind of energy figures that was imprinted on my left palm. So I said to her, oh yeah, like I know that the death is in my palm. And she looked at me, and then I said, yeah, because I was always transforming and transitioning. So, you know, I'm used to it. So after that, sort of like it was as if, I don't know, it was as if like she was trying to test me or something. And then after that, I sort of like, she got a bowl and she had like these sort of like little tiny flowers and some kind of liquid. And then she just dunked my hand into this sort of like bowl full of petals and some kind of red kind of ink. This red liquid was there. And then after that, she was saying that she was looking for a specific marking on my left palm. And she said that she saw 3 layers, okay? She also said that she saw tattoos. Yeah, that's it. The left, so the images of these beings that was on my palm, they were tattoos. And it was like a tattoo of death and a tattoo of 3 other figures. And then after that, she saw them move. And then that's when she said to me, oh, I see death on your hand. So once I gave her my response, she then said to me, okay, that's all right. We shall begin majenga. And I'm like, majenga? What the hell is, like, what is this all about? So I remember sort of like when she said that, luckily I slept with my book because something said to me, I'm going to get these down. I feel something's going to be coming through, so I need to be prepared. When I checked out Majenga, or I think I'm saying it right, Mahajenga, it's actually a place in Madagascar. And Madagascar is obviously quite a multicultural sort of smallish island, but it's tiny compared to, you know, obviously its neighbour, the majestic, gigantic African continent, you know, Africa. And you know, so I don't know if that means anything to you guys, all right? I just feel that right now, it's like the ancient ones within are really trying to come through. Now, I wouldn't have mentioned anything about the dream, but it just felt very significant for me to sort of like disclose that and talking about Madagascar and stuff like that. So I feel that there is something going on where the ancient ones, I don't know if it's to do with like they're hidden within and they're starting to come out, or with regards to these ascensions and these paradigm shifts, I feel will be sort of like triggering certain things and memories that you're thinking, how the hell, what is that all about? All right. So, yeah. I remember when I got up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom, and I remember seeing this kind of shape that was on the right side of my shoulder. I don't know if that will mean anything to anybody, all right, some kind of symbol. And then when I came back in, I saw the time saying 1:13. So 1:13 in the morning. So guys, you need to take that number. I laid back down, I went back to sleep, well, tried to get back to sleep. And then at the moment that I closed my eyes, I saw a 5-pointed star that was glowing gold. It formed up, and then all of a sudden, the moment that it formed into this kind of 5-pointed star and it started glowing, it started to break away. Okay, I'm going to talk about that in a little while in a section. I'll just move on to the next bit. I tell you, there was so much things that was going on. I actually saw 4 crescent moons. Okay, I was told to say 4 crescent moons. Now, you can either go for the waning or the waxing crescent moon, all right? To me, I feel that both phases would be appropriate for the waning, which would be to do with the, you know, reflection of things that are sort of coming close to an end, surrendering, releasing things that are no longer working for you. And then with the waxing moon, that would be to do with the optimism of new opportunities that's coming your way, and also about being able to align oneself with the higher self and the universe in order to receive abundance and opportunities coming your way, all right? I was told to say that it will be either the Vedic or sidereal astrology, and to obtain your personal birth and or natal chart. That will mean something more specific to you. I feel it's more to do with your moon sign energy. All right, so you can Google or download a free birth chart. Just put your date in. Obviously, if you know the time you were born, that's even better. If not, then just leave it as a universal time, and then you'll be able to get your personal birth chart and figure out what that means. Whatever you are going to be releasing and welcoming into your life, it's saying something about 4 months. This will take 4 months. So whatever you're trying to manifest during that time, don't look for it now. It's going to take 4 months at least to start to come in. In the meantime, it's about you holding the line or holding the space in order for your abundance or your opportunities to start to come through. Moving on, I was told to say and tell the Divine Feminine it's time to expand. Tell the Divine Feminine to expand. Okay, so this is about not just about your consciousness. This is about your abilities, your skills. This is what I was kind of asking a little bit about, what it is that you guys are doing. This is where you need to start to think bigger. Okay, think bigger. Think more bolder, more broader, have more confidence. Even if as I mentioned in the poll, if any of you haven't done it yet, you can always there's still time to sort of fill that in. But obviously with regards to you, even if you're not working or whatever, but what you were used to doing before, because of this spiritual aspect of yourself, you could, you might think about wanting to amalgamate the two together, or you may want to do something different. But it's just about getting you guys, into this alignment of wanting to focus on your soul mission. Okay. I was also told to tell you to look out for the symbols and synchronicities. The symbols and synchronicities. Now, normally we would always say, okay, well, look out for the signs and synchronicities, but Spirit was quite specific by saying symbols, okay? Symbols and synchronicities. So I feel that even if this is something that you might find in a dream or in passing, if you're reading a book or watching a film and it resonates with you, it triggers you, then this will be the sign that you need to be looking out for, or the symbol that you will need to be looking out for. There is definitely going to be an increase of contact or feelings or awareness from the ancient ones. But this will only occur to those who have done the work and they have chosen you, Divine Feminine. Okay, so I feel that this is going to be for specific ones only who are on the right path. Okay, keep an eye out on your levels of gratitude. I feel that this will be for all of you guys, everybody, everyone in the collective. Keep an eye out on your levels of gratitude. What are you most thankful for? And if you are not thankful for it, then it will be to find out, well, why, and how you can work on that to kind of transmute it to become more grateful. Okay. Some of you will see an increase in seeing shadows, but this is saying that it's perfectly normal as the veil thins for you. Again, referring back to those who have been putting in the work. Now this section, it just had me like, oh my goodness. But the thing is, I felt compelled to write it down, and I am compelled to actually say this. So again, I would just say, this is what I've been channeling. Please don't shoot the messenger. And as always, do take what resonates, okay? But what it was saying was that be aware in the rise of feminism, which has been designed to keep you both apart, meaning you, Divine Feminine, and Divine Masculine. Not only just the person that you're dealing with, my lovelies, but also within yourselves. There must and will always be a balance throughout. So basically, this firmament and also the universe. Okay. Now this part, I was a bit like, oh my goodness. Again, please do take what resonates. It said, okay, black feminism versus white feminism. It's still feminism regardless of the color. And then it said they do not like what they see. And I'm thinking, well, what do you mean? First of all, who are they? What do you mean they don't like what they see? And it's referring to obviously the ancient ones, your ancestors. Because don't forget, in the spirit world, everybody is from 5D and above. So they don't have anything to do with this 3D, 4D kind of consciousness, although that would have been what they were there if they had incarnated earlier. But that's all to do with the soul growth and so forth, what they was sent down here to do, missions, experiences, etc., in terms of ascension, okay? But it's just really about what they are viewing. They are impartial. They know that this is all about your free will and where you will put your energy and what you are sort of like sort of agreeing to and so forth like that. But it was just basically to say, look at this from a higher soulful perspective. Look and see what's actually going on here. Open your eyes and see. It mentions about female animals hardly causing division within their groups, communities, or colonies. Sometimes that might be the case, however, but there is an underlying unity when it is called for. The time has come and almost gone for female humans to truly reunite, and thus far the bridge widens amongst the masses. Now, this is not talking about the collective or the spiritual community. It would be to do with those who are still within the matrix hold, okay, the matrix stranglehold. We know that they are just really pushing out all of these racial agendas and whatever other agendas that they are trying to do. They are so desperate enough to keep mankind fixated on separatism, socialism, and, this totalitarianism, and etc., okay? But never for them to actually focus on the fact that there is oneness there, okay? I mean, it said that feminism actually and racism go hand in hand, a clever design to make those forget or neglect to see the beauty and strength in oneness. It then went on to say about the dream analysis, so the dreams. So dream analysis or interpretations are off in certain aspects. So we know that there are multiple different interpretations for somebody dreaming of one thing. There are many people who have different ideas, or it's down to culture and customs of a particular country. A game that has been designed to psychologically push an obscured yet powerful agenda leading to some form of so-called supremacy or superiority. With this one I was a bit like, okay, but again, it's just a message what was coming through, and I was just compelled to just say it. All right. What it was saying was that intuition and meditation, as well as frequency and vibration, produce a closer accuracy to the dreamer. If it's your own individual dream, you might read something in a book or online that might totally take you off of what it is that you were looking to get an answer for. And if you hear a certain answer from what they assume, it probably will it will give you like the complete opposite. Instead of looking for answers, you're seeking more questions or asking more questions, etc., etc. In fact, I remember there was a book that oh my goodness, I can't even remember the name of the book now. But it was a dream book, and I remember didn't belong to me, it belonged to my mother at the time. And it was an okay kind of book. However, in fact, there was 2 dream books that she had. Again, I cannot remember what they were called. I'll have to see if I can recall them or ask my mum and then talk about them later on, or if you guys remind me to do so. But they were literally written during the time. So one was in the 50s. And the other one was written, I think it was about the early 80s or something like that. But it was using sort of like racial descriptions of certain people belonging to a certain race, okay? And it didn't seem to bother them at the time of when they was writing it and obviously publishing the book, but it was still coming across as a dream dictionary. Okay. And when I came across that, I was like, oh my goodness, like, wow, this is like for real. So even in the dreams, they still want to push the racial agenda. So when using dream interpretations by people who are historically or commonly or publicly known to have a privileged agenda, this is where you need to be kind of mindful of, all right? What it was saying is that remember that knowledge retaining or pertaining to sorcery or magic has been misinterpreted and or abused or stolen in order to remain in psychological supremacy or control against those who have been indoctrinated into discarding their intuition and to rely solely on institution. And it went on to say that the institution versus the institution. So intuition, versus institution would be for intuition would be relying on one's self-belief system and holding on to one's sovereignty, as well as your frequency, your mindset, your balance within yourself, which would be, certainly needed in order to create the reality one truly desires. The institution will be relying on an intricately designed, enigmatic, deliberate belief system, stealthily prying away one's sovereignty and intuition through subliminal indoctrination, using conjured words and images that produce distorted frequencies, vibrations, resulting in altered realities, not originating of the oneself or individual. So basically that will come under as narcissism, psyops, gaslighting, MK Ultra, reverse psychology, psychological warfare. Those will be sort of like the labels that this is what the institution is falling under. Okay. Okay. All right, there's still some more, guys. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. Okay, but I just need to let's just keep moving. The time was reading 4:33 at the time, which is significant to one's timeline. And so whatever that means for you guys, please do take what resonates. It said that to reel back the reality, journaling will help to pinpoint timely events in your life. Because you know that they are messing around and manipulating the timelines. If you notice where it has some time, times either speeding up or really slowing down, or you might even assume that today could be Wednesday when it's in fact Tuesday or Thursday. That's happened to me quite, often. And, I could have sworn I woke up and today was like Tuesday, and then it's like, no. Towards the end of the day, it was actually Wednesday. And I literally was just like, I was thinking, oh my God, I'm not even old yet. And already it's happening so soon. But that is to do with the fact that breaking away from the matrix, raising the consciousness towards ascension, doing a lot of inner work, reflecting, no longer being a part of society in that sense. This is what, is obviously inevitably happening right now as well. All right, so I've got some numbers that are featured in the downloads, which I will read out to you. I'm going to put them in the comment section as well, which is 815 113 number 5 433 536 538 955 and number 4 when it's sewn at number 4. So these are your numerological numbers and your angel numbers as well. Okay, so please do take what resonates and see if there's any kind of message in there for you all. Now, referring back to what I was talking about with the 5-pointed star that was breaking away, it led me to look at the, well, again, I just kind of like went on the internet. I was like researching and finding out, what does this mean? What does this mean? Two things it led me to, which is one to do with an Olivet prophecy, which is in Matthew 24. I think that was, it was only about a 5-pointed star. But guys, please do check that out, okay? I may be, because I'd never heard of that before. And it was like, well, why am I dreaming about something like this? Or why am I being shown, you know, a 5-pointed star that seems to be breaking away and falling down. So I then went on to, I was led to ask about 5 nations, which to me represents the government, okay? 5 nations, countries and so forth. It was trying to tell me about rugby and everything like that. I was like, no, it's not that at all, right? It's got nothing to do with that. So I was shown, as I said, a 5-pointed star that fell apart. So there is a website that I was led to, and what it mentioned, the moment that I saw it, I resonated with it. And this is what I'm going to explain to you in a second right now. So the study was done on the 23rd of September 2021. And when it breaks down to, in numerology, it comes to 955. So the 5 forms of government is some kind of like discussion that they were talking about, some kind of essay. And the 5 forms of government would be monarchy, democracy, oligarchy, authoritarianism, and totalitarianism. Now, also take into account that would be like your healthcare, your entertainment, your education, your political, your mainstream media, etc., your workforce and the financial sector, and you know, etc., okay. But what made me sort of like perk up was the way how it was to do with the 5 forms of government, and the star was literally falling apart. To me, that was representing the breakdown of the system. The institutionalized matrix is breaking away. It's coming down. The monarchy, democracy, oligarchy, authoritarianism, and totalitarianism, everything is breaking away. I'm not talking about the 5 elements within the self and the soul being the 5th element. I'm not talking about that. It is literally to do with the functionality of this system that was, you know, very, you know, maliciously and, you know, from a corrupt kind of aspect and agenda put into place, which was about controlling unsuspecting, you know, people, so that they could use, abuse, and dispose of at their, you know, at their leisure. Okay, all of that is being broken down. If you look at the way how the tech companies are as well, and people are now really paying attention. Look at the way how the terms and conditions are systematically created. And how many really of us actually read the terms and conditions and the warranties or the computer or phone upgrades? Okay, but yet still they can do whatever they want to do. The thing is with the elites now, they're realizing that it's game over. We hardly ever get to read any of them, you know, or we don't have the time, because so long as it works, that is what we really care about at that time, all right? But then if that's the case and you click I agree, then there goes your consent, your sovereignty, your power within yourself, your, you know, like your ability, your freedom of choice to say, well, no, I'm not going to consent to this, etc., etc. The thing is with the elites, they need the consumers to stay within their corporation. Our codependency is like a drug and a currency to them, which would be the elites, okay? So, one last thing as well, it was saying before I close out from this lengthy downloads, was that to pay attention to the animal kingdom and indigenous tribes. So pay attention to the animal kingdom and indigenous tribes. Guys, that was such a lengthy download session, and I'm so thankful and grateful if you guys actually, you know, hanged in there and, you know, just listened to it all. As I said, I just feel that there's just so much things that's going on with us right now. It's kind of like really about you getting grounded and stable within yourself emotionally and logically as well. I have actually uploaded and shared a link on my Facebook group and also on the community page with regards to Reiki self-help treatments as well. So it's 5 minutes a day. Somebody was actually asking about Reiki, if there was any Reiki courses in her area, and that prompted me to sort of look on the YouTube and see if there's any, you know, videos that can be of service to, you know, her and everybody else as well who may be interested in it as well. Okay. I certainly found it useful, and I feel that it's really helping, especially in this day and time, because right now, as I said, the energies, divine feminines, you know, we are really just, it's like we know what's coming, we know what's happening, but we really need to just stay on point and obviously focused on our stabilities and within our strength and confidence as well. All right, so let's get stuck into the reading now. Okay, so we're going to start off with the messages from the divine feminines. At this stage, as always, guys, please do take what resonates and leave the rest behind. We've already got 2 cards up. We have got Rabia, the Queen of Saintly Women. I am in service of divine love. I move the way love asks me to move. All right, this is amazing. This is gorgeous. The Queen of Saintly Women. To me, this represents, you know, a real strong sense of, you know, that kind of sisterhood, that sister tribe, but in a way where we are all looked upon as equals. Nobody's better than the next person. All right. Especially when you look on this from a higher level perspective, you know, we move the way how love asks us to move. And it's all to do with unconditional love and this oneness as well. The next card that we have got is Isis, the goddess of magic. Sexual energy is sacred. My pleasure is a prayer that brings me back to life. Certainly what I will be talking about next, which sort of like prompts me to, is about your womb, divine feminine. So this would be for the ladies. For the men as well, with regards to your sexual organs, this is about making sure that they are really healed and cleansed. If you do like a detox, there's certain things that you can actually do if you want to practice Reiki, or even sort of using your sacral and your root chakras to keep them balanced as well. The reason being this is really important. I don't mean to sound graphic, guys, but with regards to your sexual energy, I'm feeling a lot of you guys are not as, not as active sexually as you were before. You still value sacred intercourse as sacred, okay? Sex. It's not anything to do with the F word, or, you know, having a bit of a, you know, shag or whatever the case may be, because that's derogatorizing something that is beautiful, and it's all to do with sacred procreation, etc., etc., okay? As well as, you know, copulation, all right? I'll use that word. But the thing is, with regards to this, if some of you sort of give in to doing, you know, your masturbation, you know, it's about being aware of retaining your creative juices, because obviously you know that what happens energetically anytime that you do anything to do with expressing or expelling out energy, goes to the spirit world. But if it's not of a high frequency, then it goes into the dark energies, in which we don't really want that to happen. But also it's about the way how certain entities will siphon off of you, or to help to lower your vibrations, your frequencies as well. And also don't forget that in order to reach that enlightenment and oneness with source, retaining and abstaining from masturbation, that they say it will prevent the the term is le petit mort, which is the little death. That is what they would refer, it's French for the little death. That's what they would refer, you know, orgasms to, okay? Because it takes away a little bit of your essence, and that is what you need to help you with your ascension, all right? So it's very, very, so something to kind of bear into, you know, to think about. Obviously, you know, look, I'm not here to tell you what to do. You do you, but it's just basically a friendly suggestion. We know what succubus and incubus demons will do, sex demons will do anything and everything to try and get into the feminine's life force some way, somehow. All right. And this is where, you know, we need to just kind of value ourselves a little bit more. Ask for protection. Obviously call out your ancestors and, you know, your spirit guides, archangels as well, to help with protection of your areas. Okay. Right. We're going to go on to doing the numerology. Now, where I mentioned about the 4 crescent moons in the downloads, I'm going to pull 4 cards, but I'm not focusing so much on the moon phase. It's more to do with the message that is displayed on the cards, okay? Guys, please do take this bit as it resonates. You don't have to do so if you don't want to, but we shall get stuck in. This is going to be the messages that you need with regards to your moon sign energies, to kind of have a think about what you are releasing and, you know, letting go of what you need to be thinking about and staying focused on, okay? Right. So we have got 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to choose this one, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the first card up we've got is don't let pride get in your way. So for me, this really feels like this would be for you to kind of like reflect on when you are going to be releasing and letting go of any kind of grudges, you know, in time for the new moon or the full moon to kick in. All right. So that's something that you really need to kind of think about. And the next card we've got is prosperity lies ahead. So to me, this would be for the waxing crescent. Just before it touches in new moon, you've got a lot of prosperity that is coming your way. The next card that we have got, guys, is a new start is coming. So again, this would be for you with regards to just being in this energy of receiving divine feminine. Amazing. We've got 2 new moons, and then we have got, again, luck is on your side. New moon. So we've got 3 new moons. Luck is on your side. As I said to you not so long ago, look out for the symbols and synchronicities, because I feel that somebody is definitely on a winning streak. Whatever's coming towards you, I'll be honest with you, Divine Feminine, it feels to me that it may not be what you were anticipating in the beginning, because you've got don't let pride get in your way, because you've got blessings, you've got abundance, and you've got prosperity, and you've got new beginnings, new energies that's coming towards you. Remember what I mentioned to you as well about focusing and you know, looking out for your humbleness and your gratitude. Okay, so that is amazing stuff, Divine Feminine. Let's focus now on what we're going to get from the Priestess of Light. What messages do we need to know for the Divine Feminine for today? We have got setting boundaries, threshold, protection, and honor. I really feel that this, to be honest, guys, I feel that this is protection away from people in general. It's giving me this energy, it's giving me this impression that, you know, you need to be really mindful when you're going outside. As time goes by, you're going to see why. You're not into the arguments. You're not into anything to do with any kind of arguments with anybody as to what kind of debate this is and other. It's not in your energy anymore. It's not in your energy field anymore. You've protected yourself. You honor yourself. You honor your worth. You know your worth, and this is why you're honoring it. So anything to do with things that are going to be out of your frequency band, it's not going to mean anything to you. And this includes dealing with low vibrational people who are going to try to drag you into some form of argument that you just see the situation as pointless. You see it as pointless. Now we've got this friendship, we've got support, fun, unity, and play. I feel that with this as well, you need to kind of set healthy, friendly boundaries as well. Okay? Even though I feel that for some of you guys, you want to be able to sort of still participate in some form of tribe. I feel that for some of you guys, I mean, this really is depending on what you've actually been through. I feel that you're more focused on just in recovery. Okay, yes, you may have still got a little bit more shadow work to do, but right now, you are still wanting to forge ahead. But I feel that would be where you need to protect this new energy that is coming in, because this feels like serendipity. This is so, amazing. You've got prosperity lies ahead. You've got a new start, and luck is on your side. All 3 cards are new moons all in a row, and 1 full moon. So whatever needs to be let go of would be the pride, would be anything else that you wanted to happen. May not happen right now. Okay, give thanks. It might come in, but I feel that something better is coming towards you, Divine Feminine. Power over difficulty, reclaiming your power. So do you remember what I was mentioning about? Sorry, I've got to refer back to my book again because there was just so much stuff that I had written. I want to talk to you with regards to your intuition. Intuition versus institution. You are going to be able to reclaim back your power and your sovereignty, because you can see what's going on, and you can see through this whole facade of this, this net of lies and deceit and disruption and distraction and separatism, to keep you separated from achieving your, what's rightfully yours. And what is rightfully yours is your ascension. It's for you to become in union with yourself. Your feminine and your masculine energies are yours within you. That's your birthright. You have every right to keep those areas of yours balanced. If you're going to be sort of stuck in that low vibration, because to me, this just feels like, hey, you know what? I don't want to have any part in this kind of toxic situation or this toxic conversation. It's not like to say that you are not sort of like burying your head in the sand, because this is not what I'm trying to come across with. And I hope that you haven't sort of misunderstood what I was saying. This is about acknowledging the negativity and the dark side and the dark forces and stuff like this, but knowing how to transmute them. Okay? Knowing how to get in there and totally flip mode it to your, what it is that you desire the most. And this is where transmuting that energy comes into play. So power over difficulty to me is about transmuting negative aspects into positive ones. And then we have got portal, infinite mind, awakening consciousness. So you would know exactly how to transmute in order to transform and head into a new level that you are now going to be, experiencing for yourselves. There was some of you that actually mentioned, I think it was to do with the shadow work that I was asking about. Again, thank you so much to those who had been participating. I think it was asking about the dark night of the soul and how are you getting on with your shadow work, etc., etc. And there was quite a number of you that actually said that you have become enlightened and you have now ascended onto the next level. And I want to just say a big, massive congratulations to you guys for that. That really was music to my ears and eyes. Well, eyes, because, you didn't actually say it to me. I read your, I read and saw that that's what was chosen. And I really am so really happy that I, am seeing the changes within you guys. It's amazing. And what I'm doing as a service to you all is not about, I hope and pray this isn't about keeping you guys stuck, but rather to help you to see your potential and to help you to emancipate yourself from your oppressors. Okay? And sometimes it could be your lower self that is trying to attract you back in. Okay? So we're going to talking about shadow stuff. Let's have a little focus and see what's going on. Let's have a little dip, because there will be some of us that might still have a little bit more work to do. This twin flame journey, you now know, is not easy at all. Okay. As I've gone into this journey, I have literally, I've had to just scrub everything, all of my assumptions, and just start again. It's literally been a freaking nightmare. But I would never, it's like once I've been exposed to it, I really cannot unexpose myself to it. I cannot unsee what I have seen and the energies and, you know, the downloads and everything. It's been, you know, truly amazing in an honest way. But yeah, it is really not easy to do at all, okay? And you really must have a lot of patience, certainly, and thick skin when it comes to this kind of lifestyle. So let's have a look and see if there's any shadowy aspects that the Divine Feminine can resonate with and focus on, all right? Oh, so we've got Judgment. Even though it came in the reverse, I feel that you are letting go of all forms of judgment. This is beautiful. This is great because I feel that this is detaching away from that energy so that you are going to be heading towards having, you know, a better, higher perspective as to what's really going on around you. All right. For some of you as well, you may feel that you are being judged, okay, by others around you who do not understand you, okay, and your situation. I feel that you just need to, again, go easy on it by setting up your own boundaries of protection. And also understanding that, remember, guys, you know, people are nowhere near where you are today in terms of your awakening and your spiritual inner work. You could really just train so many people. Just go out there and just, you know, explain to them the do's and the don'ts and what to look out for, etc., etc. If that's what you want to do, you could become some teachers because you're living the experience. Okay, you're trying to master all of those emotions. So, you know, if they don't know, then you can't expect them to sort of like know it straight away. If they're still under that system, if they're still under that mentality, if they're still living in fear, if they're still living with the fact that, oh my God, I don't have no sort of like means of making it. I have to rely on the government and I need the government to do this for me and that for me and this for me and that for me. You know, how do you expect them to, you know, sort of congratulate you when you are jumping out of the, you know, the box and you're just saying, no, I'm gonna go for it. They'll think you're crazy, yeah. Because they're so used to being contained within the mentality. This is why the government governs the mind. Governmental. All right. Let's go with the next card for the Divine Feminines. We've got Panic. Transmute that energy. Transmute it. But I know and I understand that there are days, my loves, when it can feel a little bit scary. I don't really like using that S word or the you know, the F word for fear, but I will just use it lightly in this section here. I feel that it's as if like, I'm sort of having an energy, I'm having a sort of like a glance over at the power of difficulty. I feel that for some of you, you may sometimes panic slightly if you have that strength within you to overcome all forms of adversity and difficulties that you're facing right now. And the answer is yes. Because of this infinite mind awakening consciousness, you have to be jolted out of the ground in order for you to be free from it. And it's not going to be, it's like pulling a tooth out that's giving you a toothache. It's going to be painful to pull it out, but once it's out and it's fine. You will heal and then you'll be able to get on with your life and etc., etc. You've just got to be able to change your mindset in order for things to fall into place, especially where your confidence and your inner strength is concerned. You know, if you have them not in the right alignment, your confidence is way somewhere else, and as for your inner strength, it's not even there. That's when the panic will set in. And, you know, I can understand that. But know that you are able to ground yourself. And what I see is the root chakra, the purple is giving me, obviously, the crown chakra, the green is giving me the heart chakra, and this is giving me, you know, the solar plexus, the yellowy, you know, orangey. You know, it's like just making sure that your chakras are in alignment, okay? Everything is going to work out the way how it needs to. The way how you want it to. You can create anything that you put your mind to. So long as you don't fall back into that trap of assuming that you can't, or you're falling back into the trap of the judgment area, then, you know, they've got you again, haven't they? And then it means that you need to get out from that energy, right? The next card that we have is resilience. Despite what's going on, even if your heart's broken, you still have the power within you to mend it and move forward. Resilience. You know, how strong are you, Divine Feminine? How strong are you? And I feel that you need to answer that with honesty in your heart as well. And if you feel, it's okay if you're saying that you don't feel strong enough right now. It's okay. Spiritually speak, it's fine looking at it from that perspective, because I feel that so many of you have gone through so much, but you are a work in progress. It's giving me the 9 of Wands energy. You would have gone through so much, but yet still you're still standing, all right? Let's see, last card that we've got for the feminines. Is metamorphosis. Yeah. So you are certainly in your transformation period. Okay. What I was saying about the power over difficulty, which would be to have that power within you to transmute the fear back into being fearless. And also your pride will be wounded, or your heart may be disappointed because of, again, something that you were expecting to come into fruition. There's been a delay. It hasn't gone the way how you've wanted it to. All right. Let's have a look and see what's happening with the numerology. Numerology, guys. All right. And these cards want to come out. We have got teaching and learning. Some of you could be looking to actually go on a course, or you are looking to teach others. This card came out before. I'm more picking up as well on the life experience as well, guys. Okay. Which is amazing. The next card that we have got is happy ending. So this is what I'm saying with regards to this energy of this prosperity. It's going to work out for you. Do you know why? Because you have gotten yourself out of misery, which was not easy to do, by the way, but you made it this far. You still have certain things that you are still working your way through, but that's perfectly fine. Again, there's nothing wrong with that. It's okay. You just pace it to, you know, what you can cope with. For some of you as well, I am picking up on, you know, just being mindful of your blood pressure. You don't want to put pressure on your blood pressure. Things are going to work out the way how they will work out, Divine Feminine. You just need to be able to believe that within yourself and know that you have the power and the sovereignty within you to do so. We have got spirituality. I feel that this is such an ascended kind of energy right now where spirituality is concerned. You're really stepping into your Christ-like consciousness. Christ is within you at the end of the day. And I feel that the closer you get to Christ, the closer you will get to Source, the closer you will get to really understanding what your purpose is here on this firmament. Okay. Again, I'm seeing a lot of purple as well. So this is certainly to do with some crown chakra activity. We've got relationship change. Absolutely, things are going to change. Of course they're going to change. Relationship-wise, with your DM, within the relationship that you have within yourself. with the relationship that you have with other people, whether they are known to you or unknown to you. The relationship that you've even got with people in so-called authoritative positions. The relationship will change between you and where education is concerned. If you had a sort of a poor relationship with mathematics, you might want to go back into that again, where teaching and learning comes into effect. Okay. There's just so much there's just so much possibilities, guys. But this is a change for the better. Again, you're doing the hard work. Again, you are aligning yourself with your spirit guides. You are freeing up and holding up the space, releasing what is no longer working for you, and embracing the things that are. The things that will come into effect, the people that will come into effect. Your relationship is changing because you have found it within yourself, thank goodness, to start to work and practice on setting up these healthy, beautiful, and magical boundaries of yours, so that you will still be able to thrive and prosper and survive in these times, whilst you are still trying to help each other, to grow and to learn about forgiveness and learning about that aspect and understanding that a little bit more, understanding about the breakdown and connection between you and the person that you was dealing with. Because look, let's face it, they're still on your mind. But it's like you've had to put them to one side so that you can really get working on your life. You know that you are the one, Divine Feminine, one of many, part of the collective that is on the rise. This is the beginning stages of the rise of the Divine Feminine. And you are needed. There's something I don't need to tell you this, you know this already within yourself. You are valued, you are needed. And if you are going to be in this energy of low self-esteem, unsure, uncertainty, self-hatred, lack, victim mentality, spiritual disillusionment, how it's going to be very difficult for you to see a way out of this 3D, 4D consciousness and really delve in towards 5D. I feel that there's feminines out there who I'm dealing with who I can feel that are in 5D already. You are in there. You're there. So this is where the next phase, the next challenges, the challenges that are going to be coming towards you, you will be able to handle them with dignity and respect for yourself and obviously of the cause and the collective, and being able to handle them with ease as well. Sometimes it may feel a little bit tricky, but you learn as you navigate. All right, let's get stuck in with the Cosmic Consciousness Ascension deck. So the first card up we have got is creativity. There is going to be such a boost right now in your creativity. I feel this shift has already happened for many because, again, of a lot of you guys releasing a lot of tension, walking away and letting go, and feeling a lot lighter within yourself as well. Feeling more hopeful and optimistic, which has done something to your creativity levels as well. I'm hearing as well headaches. Okay, so I'm just hearing being mindful of those blasted things. So I don't know which, spirit guide that is today that I have. Be mindful of them. Learn to take breaks, hydrate, meditate as well. Journal so that you can get more maximum, benefits out of the, the creative juices. I was actually watching a video that actually mentioned about, because obviously you know that, you know, when you wake up between 3 and 5, that's when you are most in your, you know, the veil is thinner. It's also the time of when you're able to connect with your high self and with source, with your angels, your spirit guides, etc., etc. Obviously you have those, you know, other negative sides, but we're just keeping it positive. So at the same time, make sure that you have your journal, your creative journal next to you, or your book of shadows, or whatever it is that you have next to you. So long as you've got pen and paper, that you can just jot things down. If you can connect with spirit to just ask, well, I need help with my creative skills. Please help me to unblock a lot of uncertainty. And I feel again, it's telling me about crown chakra as well. Headaches. Okay, so maybe you need to just kind of like do a little bit more root and crown chakra alignments as well. Okay, through meditation. Thank you. Okay. We have got truth. Yes. Coming into your truth, coming into clarity. I'm hearing that something doesn't make sense to you anymore. So you are so you are moving away from it swiftly. Say something about there's a dull in the sound. So maybe there's something that doesn't sound convincing enough to you. There's a dullness, there's a dull energy. It's lost its shine. Whatever truth this is, it's helping you to move forward. Okay? It's helping you to move forward. Could have a situation with somebody with the letter D, as in D for Delta. I was picking up on the name Donna. Okay? We've got empathy. This is Lyran awareness. We've got serious initiation, and we have got Lyra awareness twice with this card. We've got the empathy as well. Guys, I feel that you need, if there is any truth that is unfolding, okay, if somebody was getting a bit creative with the truth and it turned out to be a lie, be mindful of this. If they want to come to talk to you, to communicate, because the relationship has changed. And certainly make sure that your boundaries are set. Okay. I'm picking up on the word Donna for the truth. Or anyone's name beginning with D. Male or female, but Donna is the name I'm hearing. Quite profound, you know. Quite thing. Okay. And we have got expression. So you need to make sure that you are expressing your creative self. Some of you need to make sure that you are balancing out your empathic energies. Because sometimes when, sometimes you can be, when I say sometimes, there are some people that know how to sort of manage and master, you know, the empathy, but sometimes it can affect their confidence. You may still be a little confident, but not as confident as you should be, or not as sure, or to stand up and speak up for yourself. Don't be a sponge for others, my lovely. And this could be somebody actually advising you and just giving you the truth and telling you like it is, divine feminine. Please don't take offense if they believe that you might be, your empathy might be blocking your creative skills, which is preventing you from being able to express yourself. This is another message that is coming through, all right? So please do take that bit as it resonates. Let's step in with the Work Your Light. Let's see what we've got going on. We have got soul family. Call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. So I do feel right now that this is actually taking place with you guys, especially where the friendships are concerned. But again, I do feel that you are needing to make sure that you are protecting your energies at all costs. Because I feel, as I said, for some of you guys who've gone through so much, whatever that means to you, but you are still wanting to forge ahead. You're still wanting to create some new waves and new connections and network as well within this social, but within the spiritual community as well. Making sure that you certainly, hold on guys. I'm hearing that you need to be certainly aware of who to trust. This is where your boundaries need to be in point. Okay. We have got the great gathering. It's all coming together. Intuitive hits, soul tribe. So again, with the intuition, my lovelies, you are certainly calling in your tribe. You know, and I do feel that this could have a lot to do with these new beginnings, the prosperity that's lying ahead for you. This is definitely going to be about a new start. I am picking up for some of you guys, there's 2 locations I'm sensing. Somebody or people are more attuned to going towards the beach. And then I feel that for some of you guys, this is where you are looking to be in more sort of deserty, rockier sort of landscapes. But the energies and the vibes are still the same. Because you're all a part of the collective. It really doesn't matter whereabouts we are in this world, because we are always together. Okay. I'm also to say, please spare a thought for feminines that are located in certain areas where there's a lot of oppression. And again, please send out some negative energies. Is that what I was really saying, or was I trying to say the positive energies? Lorraine, what is going on? Oh my goodness. No. We need to transmute that. All right. I do apologize. Play, have fun, celebrate. Don't be so serious. That balance again. That feeling of like you are putting in so much work within yourself. Celebrate these new beginnings. Celebrate what's coming towards you. You are going to be definitely changing. I feel that there's definitely about a location that is coming in a lot. Some of you actually could be leaving a desert spot to go towards the sea, or vice versa, or there's many of you that are traveling towards a hot desert sort of like oasis-y kind of place. And then there's some of you that will be going by the coast to go and dip your feet into the sea. All right, and one more card, guys. The High Priestess or Priestess. How are you being called to step up and lead? Divine Feminine, how is this possible? What's going on with you? All right, and I'm hearing again, journaling springs to mind. So journaling is something that is quite important at this point here as well. And again, what I love is that there is this balance of knowing that you're calling in your soul tribe. But I feel that because you are aligning yourself with people who are not the ones who sort of like, oh gosh, like the ones that don't come with baggage. And I don't mean this in a disrespectful way. I'm trying to sort of like insinuate the ones who have been putting in the work and are there to sort of like give that kind of angel gang, earth angel gang vibes. And, like you can just say something and then the other person just takes action on it, or, and you don't have to sort of stress yourself out because you are both bouncing off of each other energetically, and, your intentions and everything is going really well. And this is why I feel that you're able to work, rest and play. You're having this kind of amazing balance. When you know that you've got many of you that is on the same side and in the team, your spiritual team, it just helps things to really come into effect a lot more quicker for you, because, you've realized you can't do this alone. If you're trying to set up a community, you're going to need people, but you're going to need the right kind of people. Not those ones that are going to be siphoning your energy and sucking you dry like a vampire. I'm talking about the ones that's going to roll up their sleeves and dig their hands in the dirt with you. okay? And really get grounded, dirty and grounded, but you know that you're building something together. That's what you want. And that's when you'll be able to sit down and relax and play in this vibe, because you know that, shit, I've actually met people that, you know, I love being around. And it's because you decided to jump out of the frying pan or jump out of the box in order to get uncomfortable. In order to get comfortable, you had to first get uncomfortable. All right. So that is really you being pulled out from the ground and leaving the matrix behind. All right. Let's do this with the Starseed Oracle. A lot of gatherings that's going on here. I really feel that this is a strong indication of a collective. We've got Soul Family, we've got the Great Gathering, we've got Star Family. You are a part of a team of souls calling support. So I'm saying, you are not going to be doing things on your own for so long. Swallow your pride. Don't let pride get in your way, Divine Feminine. If you know that you're one of those guys that need help, you know, ask for it. No, there's no right or wrong way in asking for help. Okay? Just swallow your pride. Okay? Stay humble, stay thankful, stay grateful, and somebody will come and help you. All right? If it's not possible for them to do it, I'm certain they will lead you onto somebody else who will be able to. But you would have already made the right step by letting go of your pride so that you can walk towards your abundance. We have got activated earth, power places, ley lines, trust where you're led. Again. I'm not being funny. I feel that some of you guys... Now, I mentioned this about 2 or 3 times before in the readings, but it's coming back in quite strong this time. You guys are going to these places because you are being spiritually led. You're going because you've answered the call. Some of you don't even know who you're going to meet there, but you're going to meet somebody. This person is going to be the beginning of this amazing, wonderful adventure that you are going to be participating in, Divine Feminine. And for some of you are really like sort of throwing caution to the wind and thinking, well, fuck it, I'm just going to go and see who it is I can sort of vibe with caution. But this is a newness. This is confidence. You've still got your empathy, which is beautiful. But I feel that during the time of when you get from one destination to the other, from one spot to the other, I feel that you're going to be doing a lot of inner work on yourself. So by the time you get there, you're ready. Again, this is only for some of you guys. But again, with this activated earth, something is going to be activated and triggered the moment that you get there. You meet that person and then boom, it's triggered and you both are going to start. I feel that for many of you, it's going to be about astrology. It's going to be about your star sign, what's coming in. I mean, we've got You're Not Alone, isolation, physical connection, community. Yeah, there is definitely like a brush up, a build up with regards to us coming in together. Because I feel that you know what it feels like to me? It feels as if like you was in this closet for such a long time. All right? Hiding your divine feminine status for fear of ridicule. Stepping away from that kind of unwanted attention. But because of now it's becoming so apparent as to what's going on. And because of you know that your purpose, you know about your mission, you know about your spirit guides, your ancestors are with you constantly. And I mean, the ancient ones too. The ancient ones are really starting to step in because they're seeing a rise in the frequencies. But it's enough to get us through that portal. You are now really joining up. And I feel that it's as if like, what you're going to be doing, you are going to be showing them that it's going to draw attention to what is going on here with you all. It's going to spark a lot of interest because they're going to be intrigued to know, like, what's this community based about? Oh, is it a cult? No, it's not a cult. This is the way how we are going to be living. This is a new way of us coexisting together through co-creation, being very creative and expressive, and as well as respectful and understanding of each other's strengths and weaknesses through unconditional love. Love is leading you guys to each other. This is amazing. Love is leading you to each other. And the next card that we've got is wait. It's not time yet. Things are being woven. This is what I was saying with regards to, for some of you who may have felt slightly disappointed that things were not going to be coming into fruition at the time of when you wanted them to, Divine Feminine. It's just that remember that your blessings take time to come into fruition. And again, I'm picking up on the 3 to the 4 month period in when whatever you're manifesting, releasing and letting go, it's going to take at least 4 months for it to start to come through for you. Some of you could be actually looking to, again with this relocation energy, or vacation, and whatever this is going to be for you, but do take what resonates. I feel that you are planning something over the next few months, and it's then that you're going to meet that person. That's amazing. Oh my goodness. All right. We're going to finish off this reading with the tarot. Oh, if you know how, I am really tired at the moment, guys, because it's quite late where I am. But believe you me, I am so freaking excited for what I'm seeing. And in this past week alone, I've just seen such a change in the way how you guys are really starting to really step up into your, I nearly said boom boxes, into your power. You really do deserve this. This is really amazing stuff, guys. And this is what hard work looks like. When you start to see it all paying off, and because of, the quickening as well that you've been experiencing with these downloads and everything like that, you're experiencing so much more. Yeah, it's coming in, guys. All right, let's get into your tarot. This is the Starchild Tarot. What's going on with my divine, beautiful, divine feminines? We have got the Emperor. Ooh. Part of me wants to say, and I will say it because I don't want to hide it from you, that, what you're doing is you are attracting an interest in a divine masculine. Could be the person that you're dealing with is finally stepping up and stepping into his or her power, being activated. The reason why I say activated is because of the way how this card is represented with all these stars. Like Beam Me Up Scotty in Star Trek, and it's like boom, it's like it's right there as well. So, yeah. But you are definitely picking up on not only just your person that you're dealing with, or attracting in another divine masculine, but the divine masculine within you, divine feminine. The balance, the emergence of the divine feminine, the divine masculine within the feminine. It's coming in, it's coming home. The next card that I've got for you guys, it's this way. We've got the King of Wands in the reverse. Dealing with adversities and people that are going to be trying to come at you. You're coming at them like a boss. If you are stepping into your God and Goddess power, divine feminine, this person, this King of Wands, is no match for you. How can there be a match for you? You're the Emperor. Some of you are actually tapping into your Emperor energy a lot more, becoming ever more increasingly balanced within the self. I'm hearing this makes astral travel possible, or makes it more easier. Okay. Astral projection. Some of you really want to get into doing remote viewing. If you don't do this already, if you have been astral projecting, I feel that you guys are wanting to sort of get into knowing how to communicate with each other through remote viewing. I feel that some of you could actually appear in some form of animal form, shape shifting, or appearing as some form of like hologram, or just like transition. You know, when you, oh goodness, I can't think of the words, like transitioning into somebody's dream, like just materializing into somebody's dreams. I'm also picking up for some of you guys, you're seeing a lot of stars in your dreams. The sky sometimes is as black as night. And some of you see formations of stars, constellations that would just literally just move. For some of you that have dreams in the night, it's saying something about the stars, the constellations, the stars. So if there's any dreams that you are having, and these dreams are very, very vivid in terms of the star constellations, there's something about, you need to look that up, guys. Okay, that's quite specific. If you are into astrology or astronomy, this could be contact from a higher of planet being that is trying to make contact with you all. Could be your own starseed family. Yeah, definitely pay attention to whenever these dreams come in, because I feel for some of you guys, you have them quite often, but not like every single day and night. These star coordinates are worth taking a look at. It's like calling home, not like ET home, you know, ET phone home, but you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm getting at, guys. All right, the next card that we have got is the Nine of Crystals in the reverse. So I feel that for some of you guys, don't worry about this. This is, I don't sense it saying, oh, you're not going to be single forever. I'm more picking up that there is more that you are unfolding into. There's more of you that's being discovered right now by you. You are unfolding. You are becoming even more fabulous, Divine Feminine. You're becoming more grounded. I feel that where you were or where you currently are with your independent energy, with your independent self, there's more that's unfolding. So there seems to be more that's coming in, or you do feel that more needs to be done. And I'm also told to make you look at Orion. Something about the Big Dipper as well. Okay. And the next card that we have got is the World. Told you there's a new cycle that's coming in. A new cycle that's coming in. You know something, guys? I don't know if you can see, but you see this is you. I feel that this is you in your higher self, in union with your Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine. This is from a spiritual aspect. But can you see this planet? Okay, planet, I'll just use it in inverted commas. Can you see, but that looks like quite a grimacing face. I feel that this is an indication of the achievements that one has done to extricate oneself from the dark forces and to defeat them. Do you remember the card? Power over difficulty. And again, it's got these sort of like interesting looking figures. You have the power to overcome it. And it's giving me this kind of energy again, overcoming all forms of difficulties. The cycle is closing out. This cycle is One second, guys. There's a lot of things that's dissipating over a period of time. I'm hearing panic modes, panic stations, panic modes and panic stations. For some of you as well, I feel that your higher self will be calling in assistance to help defeat what is left. What is left? And again, remember what I'm saying about these star constellations as well. It's just giving me this vibe again about the stars. You know what I'm also picking up as well is that I feel that for many of us that leave planet Earth and we go back to our home, a real home, it's as if like, because I have been saying before that the dark forces don't want the unification of the divine feminines and the divine masculines to form the twin flames. This is the 5D aspect, the higher version, or even 6, 7D version, 9D version of this advanced soul, this being who has made it back within union. The two souls have merged back. And this does something, that has an effect on the dark side, those dark forces, those dark entities. And it's as if it's just capturing what and how they look on in disgust or fear or amazement that you actually pulled it off, you actually did it, and the agonizing, slow realization of doom and gloom that they are going to be experiencing because they've lost. All right. The card at the bottom of the deck is the King of Swords in the reverse. So what I'm picking up is where the King of Wands and the King of Swords is concerned. I feel that there has been a shedding of also the way how you were looking at things from before and taking action on. All right. That sort of like it was in the past because you've got new energies that's coming through. I'm also looking at the King of Swords and the King of Wands as upgraded energies that are coming through. Some of them could be people from your past that may be coming back in again as a way of spirit just checking to see how far you've actually grown, how much you've actually done. All right, that's only going to be for some guys. All right, let me just get a hit. Let me just see what's going on with this. I'm going to want the Emperor card and the World card. All right, just bear with me. See what's going on here. Tell me about the Emperor card, please, Spirit. Thank you so much. This is for the Divine Feminine Collective. Thank you. Tell me about the Emperor cards a little bit more. Thank you. So we have got the King of Cups in the reverse and we've got the Four of Pentacles. To me, this really feels as if there is a balance where emotions, thoughts, actions, and deeds are concerned. Because you've got like 3 kings here, more or less, and the 4th one will make the Emperor. And I feel there's just so much work that you're putting into. The Four of Pentacles, to me represents the 4 kings. So I feel if you've already mastered one area of your life already, you've got the King of Wands, you've got the King of Swords, you've got the King of Cups. So this would be the King of Pentacles, even though it's the 4 of Pentacles, but we're going by using the energy of 4. Do you remember the previous reading that I mentioned to you as well? This is where you are going to be able to become more empowered within yourself, Divine Feminine. Okay? Giving me this Reiki energy of, the throat, sort of like being able to speak when it feels necessary to speak. Again, it's giving me about these constellations, guys, as well. There's a lot that is going on here, and I feel that the Emperor card is really pertaining to you, Divine Feminine, more than anything else. It's about you evoking that that majesty of a lion, of an emperor within you, dear goddess. Okay. The World card. We've got the Hanged Man. Seeing things from a much more higher, soulful perspective. The Hanged Man, you've done a lot of the hard work. You've made the sacrifices. Some of them were not as easy as you'd expected. As I said as well, I'm hearing also sacrificing your pride. Sacrificing the old self. Sacrificing those dark forces in order to keep a balance of things, because they were going to try and do it to you, but you transmuted that energy. You gave it back. You've turned it to sender. I'm also picking up the way how all right, if I turn it round, look at the legs. It represents 4. And what I mentioned about using the energy of 4, becoming more enlightened in order for one to ascend to a higher level of consciousness. The 4, and then the 1, the 5th being the 5th element, being you back to your soulful self. All right. The bottom of the clarifying deck, my dears, is the Queen of Swords. Clarity. Clarity, clarity. All right. Knowing when it's time to cut off certain connections, knowing when it is logically time to set those boundaries up, knowing when it's the logical thing to speak or just to cut off and move forward. This Queen of Swords is all about strategy and intelligence. And that is part of the attributes of what a real, true, divine feminine is all about. As well as balancing out that love that she's got for herself, obviously. But I feel in this moment in time, the empathic side of you, divine feminine, needs to speak up. And speak up with dignity and grace. And because you've got that respect for yourself. Knowing when it's the right time to come away. When you want to speak and give reasons to why you don't fit into their institution. I'm just saying with regards to if people are going to be coming at you when you go out and about. And you just simply say what you say. Along the lines of, through my awakening, my spiritual awakening, and the connection that I have had with my higher self, I have finally come to the realization, with the grace of God, of the Most High, that my sovereignty, my happiness and my freedom, they're my birthright. And I will fight tooth and nail. And with every essence of my being, my celestial interdimensional being, I will fight to protect that. I will fight to protect that of my tribe, my children, my loved ones, my collective. It's as simple as that. So know when it's the right time to amputate permanently yourself away from, what's going on around, I'm not saying that you're doing it to bury your head in the sand, because a Queen of Swords will never ever stoop so low as to run away. She'd rather cut this, connection off and walk away, especially with her head held high. Divine Feminines, this is what I've got for you. I hope that this has helped you out with your situation. I'm sorry that it's really lengthy. If you made it this far, my goodness, thank you so much. I'm really thankful, and I really do hope that whatever is said, it could be 5 minutes worth, and just throw away the other, 1 minute and 33 seconds of it because it didn't make no sense to you, or 33 minutes of it, 1 hour and 33 minutes. Get rid of it, it doesn't matter. So long as it was 5 minutes worth of stuff that was quite interesting to you. I know that my work here is done. As I said, I want to thank you guys again so much for watching the reading and also participating in the polls. I will be talking about those later on during the week so that we can just get a rough idea, and also to kind of celebrate as well. you know, this newfound, you know, sort of like tribe, this community that we're getting into as well, because I feel that there's a lot that's going to be changing and evolving with this channel. Okay, I feel that I will still do the readings, but things are going to start changing because I am changing. And we can't have things stagnant, and we cannot have things the same. They must change, and so must we, and we are. Okay, so that's just a little heads up, guys. I will know, I will be given the time of when it will be okay to talk about certain things, but right now it's not the right time. Okay, guys, this is Lorraine signing off from the Sacred Alchemist 1111. Do take care of yourselves. Adieu.